Alright, what is going on, guys? My name is Blue Jay, and welcome back to Void Sales. When we left off last time, we just finished this, big battle with these guys that ambushed me, and it was implied that there's someone out there who really wants me dead. My theory is that it's in connection to my father, but we shall see. The city! Oh, we reached the city. At last you reach the city, the beating heart of humanity in this corner of the stars. Somewhere within waits the man in yellow. You must find him and uncover the truth behind your father's disappearance. Oh, Daddy-o. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so I'll just choose right here. The docks. A busy port where military, merchant, and research vessels rest side by side. Crews load cargo, inspect rigging, and prepare for distant journeys. Let's explore. The docks. As your ship docks at the port, you can see a strange man among the crowd. Dressed in a peculiar yellow suit, he springs to action the second he sees your ship. The man in yellow. This is a cutie. Ah, at last I was getting worried. I presume you are the captain I was waiting for. He gives a courteous bow, though his porcelain mask remains expressionless. The man in yellow at your service. To what do I owe the pleasure? Act polite. I'll just introduce myself. Hello, good sir, I am Blue Jay. Right, the loving child of my dear old friend, Leonardo. I do hope you will be able to help. Your father is not in the best state he could have been, although it could have been worse. I shall inquire. Let's just say he got a bit carried away. Not every door is meant for a human soul to step through. If you wish to find him, you must first meet Professor Ravenscroft. She works at the Academy and will indulge you in all the minor details. Okay. I would really love to stay and chat with you, my new friend, but alas, duties call. Is there anything else you want to know before I go? I will ask about reason. Don't really care about the mask. Reason? Should everything have a reason? Do I help you just because I can? Am I even helping you, Captain? Some do believe that all actions are reactions, involuntary consequences of past events. But does that mean that you have no choice in the matter? I surely hope that's not the case. Cool, you told me nothing. With that out of the way, I bid you farewell. We will meet later. I wanted your help with one other task. Safe travels and bon voyage! He gives you another courteous bow and half strides, half trots towards the port exit. The Academy must be closed at this hour. You may want to wait until morning to meet Professor Ravenscroft. Okay. So I suppose I will prepare to set sail. Unknown destination. We don't yet know where to go. To uncover your father's path, we must find Vetica Ravenscroft, a scientist at the Academy, and the last known person to speak with him before the expedition vanished. Okay. Guess I'll just exit. Okay, I get to pick over here. The Tavern! A favorite stop for starfaring captains, the tavern offers warmth, a hearty meal, and a moment's peace. Beneath its low ceilings and worn beams, stories are shared, alliances formed, and troubles briefly forgotten. Let us explore. A friendly face. Oh, you're a cutie. You look around the tavern and approach the barkeep. Ah, customers, welcome, welcome. Name's Salt, the proud owner of this humble establishment. Take a seat, will you? You look hungry. Sure, I'll take a seat. You seem like a cutie. Salt submerges into the kitchen and quickly returns, carrying a bowl of steaming lentil soup. It tastes relatively palatable. Well, what do you think? Flattery. Salt smiles at you with enthusiasm. That's what I'd like to hear. I used to have some difficulties cooking with this muck instead of with a proper hand. He shows you his right hand, a shiny metal hook. Reflects the dim light of the tavern. Asking about the hook seems rude, but this guy seems chill, so we'll ask about the hook. Ah, just a reminder of my former past. I used to walk on a slippery slope until I was caught. For my crimes, I was sentenced to have my arm burned off, the usual punishment for thievery. But it was a good thing, sort to say, set me straight on the right course. The Inquisition may sometimes look heavy-handed, but the approach works. Alright. You can hear an angry shout from behind a closed door near the counter. Salt turns towards the source of the noise. By the light, Riggs, just give me a minute. He turns back to you. Sorry, Captain, my brother got injured recently and needs his wounds to be dressed. Riggs, hey, that's the captain's name. that we talked to and we kicked their asses. I'll ask about the wound, just because I want to know. Nah, just a couple of scratches. Got hit by a bunch of wooden splinters on his last adventure. My brother's a rowdy one, yet to settle down. His smile fades for a moment, but he picks it up immediately. Should be alright. To be safe, I've ordered some ointments back from Earth. There is his alchemist who claims they can help the wounds to heal. Another shout can be heard. I'm coming, alright? By the stars, you whine like a little girl. Sorry, Cap, need to go. By the way, he takes out a bottle from under the counter. Here, I've heard you helped some folks back at Cloudshire. They asked me to pass you this small present of theirs. Salt winks at you and walks inside the inner room. Aww, they sent me a strong brew. That was nice. I'll take a rest at this nice cavern. But first, I need to take a drink because hydration is very important. Okay, great. Okay, you head to one of the rooms upstairs. It's a cozy room with surprisingly clean sheets. It looks like the innkeeper really tried to make this place comfortable. You lay down and shut your eyes. You will need the rest. In the morning, you will head to the academy. For whatever reason, the man in yellow wasn't particularly helpful. Hopefully, Professor Ravenscroft can tell you more. Okay, I guess I'll just take a rest. I think I'm supposed to go up here. I think that's where the girl is, but I'm gonna go here just to see what's up. Shipyard. A sprawling industrial complex of towering hangars, cranes, and scaffolds, built to berth vessels that sail the stars. The cling of metal and hiss of steam echo day and night, while tired workers move through the haze, many living in cramped quarters between shifts. I shall explore. The shipyard. You wander around the shipyard when you stumble upon a peculiar hangar. Its windows are boarded shut, although light comes from between the planks. The door is locked, but you can probably force it open. Let's... Okay, I don't want to force my way through because that would be... I think that might not end up well for me. Even though this, I have a smaller chance. But we're just gonna try it. We're gonna give it my best go. And I failed. That sucks. You lean next to the window and look inside. However, as you do, a heavy hand lands on your shoulder. You turn around and see a massive woman holding a hammer. Hot. I mean, that's crazy. Oh, wow, it's nice to meet you. Something I can help you with, Captain? Did you get lost? I will apologize, because I believe in honesty. Marfa. Hi, Marfa. And I did not intend to catch you doing so, but here we are. My name is Marfa. I oversee the shipyard workers. If you want to improve and modify your ship, I am the one to talk to. Alright, I'll ask how life is in the shipyard. I must have treated you well, Marfa. Pretty hard, as you could have guessed, but it used to be worse. At least now, we do have some resemblance of freedom. Are y'all knocking shit over? Jesus Christ. Cats. The shipyard itself, though, still belongs to Ashvara. She spits on the sidewalk. What does she mean? My late husband was sold to Ashvara years ago. His former landlord needed some extra gold. Oh, yikes. When the war ended, the city became a neutral zone, and the Empire insisted that all workers in the city be free of servitude. But we are to compensate our former masters for now missing free labor as well as the tools and materials we use. That seems a little unfair. Well, did they manage to pay off their debts? We are close, but never close enough. A new charge is always introduced whenever Ashvara gets worried that we might pull it off. She looks at you and then at the hangar. Captain, you must travel a lot. If you manage to get a hold of a spare solar core, can you bring it to me? We are working on a project and we are missing a crucial component. Yeah, sure. Anything for you, Marfa. Think about it. I need to get back to work, but when you come next time with the solar core, I will show you what is behind that door. She gives you a nod and heads inside the hangar. As she enters, you can see a glimpse of what is inside. Several manufacturing machines used to cast solar cannons. Sounds like they're building a big old ship. Can I upgrade my ship? Let's see, 75 is 150, so I have enough for 2 upgrades? Okay. I'm thinking I buy shielding and solar cannon, because we'll just Yeah. Okay, cool. I feel good about that. Let's exit and let's go see this Ravenscroft woman. Academy. A place of quiet obsession where scholars in blue robes pore over artifacts and equations alike. Here, modern science intertwines with occult knowledge in an unending effort to understand the veil, and perhaps to bend it. Before I explore, I want to inspect my artifacts. Oh shit, I don't have enough. That's awkward. Never mind. Explore. The Academy. The Academy building towers over a luscious garden. Several people dressed in long blue robes are walking around. You wander through the halls until, eventually, you see a door marked Professor's Ravenscroft. Ooh, hello. Inside, you see a young woman. She is crouched over a table and focused on writing. Hearing your entrance, she addresses you without lifting her head. For the last time, I am not interested in whatever garbage you bring. Stop pretending you can find valuable relics in the local outhouse, and don't return unless you bring something real. I'll just cough. Be like, She lifts her head and looks at you. Deep dark circles show many restless nights. She must have been neglecting rest for quite a while now. Oh? Apologies, I thought you were someone else, although the answer is the same. Now, please close the door from the other side. She crouches over the table again and continues writing. I'll ask about the man in yellow. Never heard of him. Also, it would help if you addressed people by their names rather than clothing style. Alright, fair enough. Now, is there something specific you want from me, or do you intend to just keep standing there? Leonardo? She suddenly stops and puts down her quill. Now look at that. I never knew Leonardo had a child, although he didn't exactly like to talk about anything outside his work. Ouch. She points at the chair in front of the table. Vedica Ravenscroft. I am Vedica Ravenscroft, the head artifacts expert. Apologies for my previous demeanor, the work here can get quite overwhelming. Now, that expedition you mentioned, how much do you know about it? Truth. Unsurprising, that expedition wasn't exactly official. Your father managed to pinpoint the location of a distant moon called Boreas. It is a small planet following a uniquely shaped orbit, and it is very hard to predict. Leonardo calculated the exact path a ship would take to intercept the planet's movement. That expedition was of utmost importance to him. He was looking for an ancient ritual site. Okay. So, Leonardo, being him, pulled some strings, made some promises, and got the funding he needed. We lost contact with the expedition 1 month ago. The Academy's council still decides whether sending a rescue mission is worth the risk. Yeah, what site are y'all looking for? We are not the first to arrive here. We've studied multiple ruins scattered across the sector, and so far it is safe to assume that there used to be a whole civilization long before, incredibly attuned to the influence of the Veil. Your father had a particular interest in their ritual sites. He believed it was possible to traverse the Veil safely through them, or at least that was his theory. Wow, look, my brain, it got bigger! Should you follow Leonardo's expedition, take caution. We don't exactly know what happened. They should have set up a distress beacon if something went wrong, but they never did. I suspect the worst. She gets quiet for a moment. Captain, can I ask you a favor? Sure. Why not? Let me sip my tea. Refreshing. Amongst the expedition was my brother, Cornelius Ravenscroft. If you manage to find him or find anything left of him, please let me know. She hands you over the planet's coordinates. Now go, I have more work to do. If you have any artifacts you would like to sell, you can do it here at the Academy. Okay. I'll just leave. So, can I prepare to set sail now? Supplies. So I think I have a lot of supplies already. 20 to 30 days. Okay, so I'm thinking that these equal to a day. So I think we'll have enough supplies, but just in case I'll go womp womp because I only had 10 coins. And now we'll have more, so let's depart. The man in yellow offered little. Your father's disappearance seemed to matter far less to him than you had hoped. But not all paths were fruitless. Vedica, a scholar from the academy, revealed a trace of truth. Leonardo traveled to Boreas, a distant, desolate world, home to a forgotten ritual site, and now you must follow. Okay. And away we go across the void. Hello? Burned Village. You sail across the space sector when, in the distance, you see a group of islands and a thick, black smoke coming from one of them. Explore. Oh boy, you head to the island and disembark. At last, you find the source of the smoke. A small settlement, or rather what remains of it. The ground is covered with thick, black overgrowth, similar to the ones you've seen. Charred by the fire, it smolders toxic smoke. Oh, okay. What is worse, close to the settlement's central square, you can see a small clearing, and on it, a pile of corpses. Multiple bodies stacked together in some sort of a pyre. Yeah, let's inspect that. Let's inspect. Sure, this will be my last use for my magnifying glasses, but maybe I'll find something useful. Let's go! Okay, good. Good. What do I see? With mine eyes. You approach the pile and look closer. Men, women, children. Judging by the amount, it must have been the whole village. Someone has committed a terrible crime and tried to cover it up. Uh-oh. Furthermore, upon closer inspection, many have strange cysts covering their bodies unaffected by the fire. A faint yellow glow can be seen emanating from them. Huh. That sounds healthy. Let's examine with my big brain. Damn, that's a fail. Failure. You take your tools and inspect the cysts. They are definitely solid, resembling stone rather than anything organic. However, they are fully fused into the flesh. It's hard for you to focus. The toxic fumes prevent you from further inspection. Why did I lose perception? Damn. I take a moment, considering your next step. The pile keeps smoldering, producing a nauseating smell. I don't think I should touch them. I'm gonna leave. Despite the initial interest, you suppress your curiosity and continue the journey. Yeah. Well, that's kind of sucks for that village. Kind of seems like there's a lot of shady stuff afoot. What's down here? I see a lighthouse up there, but I'm gonna go here first. Stranded boat. In the distance, you can see a small ship, barely capable of starfaring. It must have gotten stranded here. The ship does not move and does not signal you. However, you notice a faint light coming from one of the portholes. The light quickly extinguishes. Let's investigate. Hey guys! You board the ship, although the ship is a strong word, more like a fishing boat. The deck is empty, but there's a small door on the deck leading into the cabin. It is locked from the other side. Muffled voices can be heard from beneath the deck. I'll just force my way in. Yep, I'll just force my way in. Here we go. I believe I can do it. Let me in. Hey guys. Just want to say hi. Hi. Critical success. Without much effort, you slam your shoulder against the door and break it open. Inside the dark cabin, you see several hooded figures cowering in the dark corners. Hi guys. Oh. One of the figures extends his open arms towards you. Please let us be, we mean no harm. Just passing by. You can't see his face under the hood, but the voice sounds to be old. Huh, I wonder if those are what the cysts look like on the other people. That's crazy. Hey guys. Sorry to barge in. The man lifts his hood. Behind it is an elderly face covered with deep wrinkles and strange cysts. The cysts have an unnatural color as if they are slightly glowing in the dark. We are just people, refugees. Our village was destroyed. Please don't harm us anymore. We have children on board. Hey, like, I mean no harm. I just want to make sure you're okay. The man seems to calm down a bit and lowers his hands. Thank you. Since the Inquisition came to our village, we had some hard times. We are heading to a place. We were promised to be safe there, but we got lost along the way. Why would the Inquisition do that? They rounded us up on the village square and claimed we were tainted by some sort of veil. We didn't even know what that meant, and then the slaughter started. The people seemed terrified and malnourished. Would they be able to reach their destination? Here. I am kind. Thank you, Captain. We shall be going. Here, take this. He hands you over a small trinket. What's it do? That's terrifying. Thanks, guy. You get back to your ship and start sailing away. You see the other boat powering its engine and doing the same. You wonder why the Inquisition massacred their village. If there's something wrong with these people, these cysts may be contagious. I'm going to let them go. And if that bites me in the ass, then it bites me in the ass. But I don't want to hurt the people. They were so afraid. Alright. Let's go up to this lighthouse. Hello? The lighthouse. Blah, blah, blah. I can see the lighthouse keeper. Hello, lighthouse keeper. Welcome back, Captain. I sense you've already met that friend of yours, the one who prefers to call him the man in yellow. Was your meeting to your satisfaction? Yeah, he seems kinda ambiguous. It doesn't surprise me. He does many things, but I would not call them help. He introduces you to situations, observes how you will act. Do they know each other? Yes, we've known each other for quite a while, since we were both still young. He always amused me with his actions, pulling and pushing on the strings of fate. With him around, I've never felt certain about the future. Maybe that's what I liked about him. Now, though, we have parted ways. When you see Zalthur next time, tell him I said hi. Okay, so we learned the yellow man's name. She gives a brief sight, as if remembering something from the past. Now then, would you like to hear another prophecy of things that will not change? She gives a brief sight, as if remembering something from the past. I wonder if that's supposed to say sigh. Now then, would you like to hear another prophecy of things which will not change? Sure. Just as the last time, she closes her eyes. A moment passes and she opens them once more. The Watcher of the Past waits patiently for your loving touch. It promises safety and speaks of home and peace. The anticipation rises and temptation is unavoidable. Okay. The light of her eyes sizes. Home. Is home a place you return to, or the souls you carry with you through the storm? She pauses for a moment before continuing. Now, I would like to be alone. The dance of the stars is particularly charming today. She turns away from you and continues watching the sky. Okay. Bye. That was enlightening, to say the least. Hello? What's this, I wonder? A mysterious obelisk. As you sail across the space, a surprising sight unfolds. An ancient obelisk floating amongst ruins of unknown origin. It is directly on your course, and it gets closer with every passing minute. Okay. Oh, hello. Alright, let's go. I'm ready. Alright. Heh. Oh shit, there are more. Oops! So that was goofy. Ooh, ouch. Okay. Listen, guys. We can talk about this. There we go. Get out of here. Is that all? Oh, nope. Here's one. There's more over here. Alright, come here, you little thingies. Got him. Is there more? Sure are. Come on. And I missed every shot. That was awesome. Awesome! Oops. I guess not. Let's go check this out. This is cool. What is this? Well, I guess we're gonna find out, but, you know. Hello? Game just crashed. Hang on. Oops. A mysterious obelisk. You see a large, peculiarly shaped structure. Its surface is covered with mysterious symbols, and a glowing orb is right in the middle of it. You can see several bodies lying in a circle around it. There are no signs of life, but their faces are unusually peaceful. Let's examine. Alright, let's do it. Oh shit, okay. That sucks. Failure. You inspect the obelisk, but your conclusions are scarce. The stone structure is quite old, but the centerpiece is the most abnormal part. The obelisk has an orb placed in the center of the structure. It emanates a pulsing glow. Well, that sucks. I didn't learn anything. You can sense a presence inside the obelisk, as if a faint whisper urging you to approach closer. Yeah, let's touch it. We're gonna touch it. And we failed! You place your hand on the surface and close your eyes. At first nothing happens, but then a cacophony of images appears in your head. They spin and spin around you too fast for you to comprehend, changing one another. The experience is almost nauseating, and you struggle to keep your composure. Eventually you are forced to retract your hand. Whatever the obelisk wanted to show you, you were unable to perceive. It's kind of a skill issue, I guess. Away we'll go. Thanks, random obelisk thing. Onwards! Boreas. A drifting world with an unpredictable orbit, hard to find, harder to leave. Leonardo's expedition came here seeking a forgotten ritual site, a place where, if the theories are true, one might pass through the veil itself. Now you must uncover what became of them. Hello?
Boreas?
Oh.
Never thought I'd find myself navigating these winds. Can't say I like the place. Got to stay sharp. Find what remained of the expedition. Grab your dear old dad and get the hell out.
Thanks, Sean. Love that. Let us, yeah. Wow, this is really hard to steer. The wind is actually kind of making it difficult. That's okay. Let's just go over here, check out what this is. Hello? Hit him with the Tokyo Drift. What am I looking at here? Hello? Anybody home? Unsettling crevasse. A deep scar crosses the planet's surface, cutting into its crust. Dim light bounces between the icy walls of the crevasse, slowly dissipating before it can reach the bottom. An elevator can be seen nearby, its mechanism froze solid into a big chunk of ice. I'm feeling strong. Let's do it. Oh yeah, I'm shredded. Critical success! You clear the ice easily and the mechanism is as good as new. You step inside and the elevator soon reaches the bottom of the crevasse. It's getting cold and the light from your lamp illuminates only a small area around you. Suddenly, a voice can be heard nearby. Oh. An elderly voice. "Aye, a visitor. So glad you've come. It was starting to get lonely here." Another voice, a younger one, can be heard. "What do you mean, old man? Isn't my company not enough for you?" Okay, I'm gonna look around. I got this. The odds aren't good. Oh shit. Damn. You stay still, listening closely to your surroundings, but to no avail. They sound close, but you can't determine the exact location. Moreover, you can see 3 large holes in the ground, enough for a person to squeeze in. There's something stuck in 2 of them. The younger voice can be heard again. "Don't sweat it, Captain. We're right here. Got stuck with this old fool when the storm came." It's getting hard to breathe in the cold air. Your breath is shallow, and icicles are forming on your eyelids. The voice comes from one of those bigger holes in the ground, shaped like silhouettes. I shall inquire. Surely they won't hurt me. Oh! We were part of the expedition. We were here when the storm struck, looking for a way inside the planet. There's supposed to be an ancient ritual site inside, but we cannot find the way in. It was so cold, Captain, you can't imagine. We crawled into these holes in the ground hoping it would shelter us, and it did. Can you imagine? It became so warm and peaceful. I only wished we had more people with us. Having the same companion for weeks grew tiring. Am I talking to ghosts? You can see one more hole on the ground, just the size that would fit you. It is perfectly shaped with smooth walls and almost soft edges. You can feel a sense of warmth coming from it. This hole is here for you, a special hole for a special captain. Okay. I'm gonna do a ritual, because I have a much better chance. Okay. Oh, that was close. But critical success. Huzzah! You wave your hands and chant the incantation, warding against the veil. The voices disappear as the last words come from your mouth and the hole's unnatural appeal subsides. And I got smarter! Yay! So the expedition did come here. And now I get to continue forth. Hiya! Okay, so...
By the stars, this wind's a bloody nuisance.
Thanks for your input, Sean. I agree.
Didn't expect this much of it when I signed up for a spacefaring crew.
Yup.
Gives me the shivers just thinking about which old man's crew had to endure in this muck.
Yup. Anyway, I think we must go this way. It looks like an area, I guess. Just gonna drift on in here. Hello? Is anybody home? Oh, saving. That's comforting. Okay. I'll follow these, I guess. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. Don't hit the wall. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna stop and just... Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. But, I mean, I guess that works. Maybe I'll take this one out, too. Hiya! Great. Hello? Huh. Hey, it's another strange obelisk. I think I need to destroy these. I don't know why I feel that way, but we're just gonna do it. Surely this, won't cause any problems destroying the old ritual sites, right? Yeah, it's probably fine. Huh. Alright, let's go dock and see what goes on. Hiya! Obelisk. Ooh. Once more you see the obelisk. The core in its center glimmers gently in the surrounding snow. Can you attempt to pull it out? Touch the core. We're just gonna take it because I have a better odds, and we're gonna use this to even my odds. Hooray! Success. It takes formidable strength and precision, but you manage. Together with the crew, you detach it from its nest. The core pulsates with power, but is stable enough to be transported to the ship. This core is valuable and be quickly sold to the Academy, but someone else may be interested in acquiring it. Hey, I'll bring it to Marfa. Marfa? Because she wanted a core, and I bet if I give it to her, she'll give me something real cool. Alright. I'll just continue following these.
I've got to say, this maze of rocks and ice ain't exactly my idea of a holiday.
Well, that sucks for you, Sean.
What was your father's expedition hoping to find out here anyway? Could have dug up old ruins somewhere. Warmer. Hope that ritual site Leonardo was looking for was worth it. Otherwise, all that frostbite would be for nothing.
True. Alright, just gonna... Okay. Let's check out this Research outpost. My father must have been here. You pass by what seems to be the remains of a research outpost. The cave's roof has collapsed, burying the buildings underneath. Attempt to dig. There may be something of value left behind. Attempt to dig. Sure. I'm gonna try my perception again. Yeah, not a chance. Failure! You look around for anything of value. God damn it. But it's hard to spot anything amongst the snow. Its pure white color strains your eyes, causing them to ache as snow blindness sets in. You do manage to find some crates with research equipment, but surprisingly no supplies whatsoever. The expedition was in dire condition. By the time they left, nothing was left in stock. Well, I found research tools. That's cool, I guess. But my perception really sucks. Alright, let's, take out this wall. Fire, lads! Okay, so this must just take me the other direction, I suppose? No thanks, I have no gold. So we'll just... Please? I'm gonna go with yes. Because I shot the others. What is happening? Am I under attack?
Captain! The wind's kicking up a right storm out here! We better find shelter! And quick!
Okay, well,
All hands on deck! Sails tight! Engines roaring! Move your sorry horses unless you want to become an ice sculpture!
Uh-oh. Okay, so I guess we won't be able to destroy all these. Let's just go. Ow. Well, that didn't feel very good. Come on, I'm almost there. It's so hard to control. There we go. Okay. Come on, we're picking up speed. Okay, well, as we're coming upon this, I think this is a good place to end at the what I'm assuming is the entrance to the ritual site, so...
Would you look at that?
Oh.
That's the biggest looking glass I've ever seen! Bet I can spot my house from here, eh?
Sean, stop interrupting. Anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out the rest of my channel, and I will see you next time, where we will explore all of this. Bye-bye!